Hey, folks, listen, happy Father's Day. Listen, I ain't a proud father, I'm a humble one. I'm humbled. Listen, when I think about the things that it takes to be a parent and the things that it's taking to be a father or whatever, I can't really truly say that I live as this proud father. I'm proud to be a father. I actually have to look at things and say that I'm actually truly humbled. I'm humbled extremely. I looked at the card that my kids gave me. Showed you that card, right? Looked at the cards that my kid gave me um, for Father's Day, and it said more than the few sentences that was there, right? And it brought me to this space of wanting to look at fathers uh, and honor fathers or to celebrate fathers today. Father simply means to be source. It's like we call God Father, but it's not because he's a man, right? It's because he's the source, right? So a lot of the arguments over whether he's a he or a she, what it doesn't really matter. Ultimately, what the meaning is that God is source, right? So the word father even means that. The word father, Abba, all that, it just simply means source, right? So as we look at that, there are three things I want to talk about in terms of being a father and what we should set focus to and what we should be celebrating today. Number one is that being a father means being home, right? I'm not talking about being at the house. We should be at the house, but I ain't talking about being at the house. All right, but being a home for our kids, being a home for our children, being a home, not even for just our children, because some of you are fathers who don't have natural children, right? But being a home, being a place, a foundational place. You ever heard the statement that said home is where the heart is? Be the foundation, the center for where your children can always find home and where they can be at home, where they can come and find love, where they can come and find peace, where they can come and find comfort, where they can come and find acceptance, where they can come and find everything they need in order to be who they were created and designed to be. All right, so be a home, be that foundational space for where they can get their particular needs and be a providence for them. Right? Number two is humility. Be humble. Be humble. Be humble enough to know and even to share with your kids that you don't know everything. Be humble enough to allow them to be who they were created to be and not who you want them to be. Be humble enough to not be the type of father that seeks to control, but the type of father that seeks to support them in being who they were designed to be. Now, that's going to require you to be centered. That's going to require you to be in touch with something divine. That's going to require you to understand who you are, right? In order to really be able to hone and see and recognize who they are, so that then you can begin to live your life in a way that's in a humble position of supporting them in being who they are and letting them know, humble enough to let them know that their feelings matter, humble enough to let them know that who they are is important in this world, humble enough to bow to a degree to their, I would say, to bow to their divinity, to their sense of, they're humanly divine, right? So humble enough to recognize that and to speak to that in a way that is just beyond words. And then the last thing is to be honoring. We hear it stated all the time, honor thy father and thy mother, for this is good. You need to honor your parents. But when we really sit and think about it, maybe we should be honoring to our children. You wouldn't even be a parent. You wouldn't even be a father if it weren't for the children. So is Father's Day really about you? Yeah, we celebrate you as the father. But there would be no father without children. Yeah, there would be no children without a father and a mother, of course. But it just shows how life is this circle, is this ball, how it's all oneness. It's an all sense of oneness. And everything depends on the other thing. We're all interdependent in that way. And parenthood, fatherhood is interdependent upon our children as well, right? So in a sense, we need to be honoring to our children, honoring the divinity in them, honoring who they really are, and living in a way that really, like I said before, supports that supports them being who they were created and designed to be. Man, when you become home, when you be the place of humility, when you and are humble, and when you are honoring, Listen, you still aren't going to do everything right in terms of raising your children, but I want to celebrate you today because you did things aligned. Yeah, you get it? You understand? You're aligning yourself, right, to be in interaction with other divinely human beings. You're divinely human yourself, and you're aligning yourself to be in that same alignment.